Welcome to Nova Now, your connection to what's happening in Northern Virginia. I'm your host, Angelique LeBlanc. Last year, more than 5,000 area residents spent the day learning about environmental projects and programs, eating delicious locally made food, playing games, and even riding ponies at Springfest Fairfax. And this year is shaping up to be even bigger and better. Here to tell us all about the event is Jennifer Cole. Welcome, Jennifer. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me, Angelique. It's nice to meet you.
So you are from Clean Fairfax. So tell us all about what this lovely organization is all about.
Well, Clean Fairfax actually started out as an offshoot of the Board of Supervisors, group of folks who were very concerned about litter issues in the county in the late 70s, and eventually turned into its own nonprofit, and I'm the executive director of that nonprofit. It's very small, but one of the biggest things we do two great big things. One is we support all of the community cleanups that happen across the county. So if you're an HOA or a scouting group or a school, and you live next to a park that's kind of messy, or a trail, or even a street, I'll set you up with everything you need to do a community cleanup. Even try to find your volunteers if you need them. The other thing we do is Springfest Fairfax.
Fantastic. So Springfest, I've heard, is your largest event that you have throughout the year. What can someone who's never heard of Springfest Fairfax expect to see the day of the event?
Well, anything you could possibly imagine. It is a celebration of Earth Day and Arbor Day. So everything about the day is about celebrating sustainability, being green, growing your own food, eating freshly made food, petting ponies that live in Fairfax County, and in learning just about anything you want to know about sustainability, about trees, about composting, you can learn at this event. But it's not just a sort of a learning, it's entertainment as well. Even all of our entertainment is environmentally minded.
Awesome. So you mentioned that one of the components is education. Will you be having workshops throughout the day? And if so, what are some of these workshops?
Well, we have a great workshop that has been very popular. We run it every year. It's called How to Kill a Tree.
And I'm very good at that, even though I don't want to be.
And you will get a tour of the workhouse facility, which is a beautiful place. And the leader of the tour will talk about ways really to try to keep your trees healthy. So he'll point out some bad practices and point out some good practices, and by the end of the workshops, you will know how to take care of every tree in your backyard. In addition, we have native plant workshops, why native plants are so important to us here in Virginia, and they'll sell some of their plants as well.
Awesome.
Clean Fairfax offers an environmental passport to all of the kids that come through. They take their passport to every booth, every vendor, every exhibitor, and they learn whatever it is that there is to be learned, and they get a sticker or a stamp. And at the end of the day, they come back to me and tell me what they've learned. And that's the best part of the day.
What would be like the best story you've heard from a kid that, was their best experience throughout the day?
Well, there's lots of fun things going on. There's pony rides, and there's a petting zoo, and there's face painting, and there's a bouncy house. So there's a lot of things that kids love. But when they come back to me and I ask what was the greatest thing you did today, they never say the bouncy house or the face painting, and they say we built a birdhouse and we filled it with birdseed out of an old Pepsi bottle, or they'll say I built a house for ladybugs to live in, and then I'm going to let the ladybugs go, because they learned all about how good beneficial insects are through the park authority. So that's the best part of the day for me, is at the end of the day you get these kids and they're pooped, man. They have been having so much fun, and they tell me that they learned something. Not that they ate 20 hot dogs, or that they, got to bounce their sister out of the bounce house, or it's always about something that they learned, and that just fills me with joy.
Yeah, that's great, but not everyone has kids, so I heard you guys are having this fantastic food truck extravaganza that's going on. Can you tell me about the food truck?
This is very exciting. We are so excited to have a large number. For us, probably there's going to be at least 20 food vendors at this event.
Amazing.
Not all food trucks, but barbecue and the like. But we were lucky enough to get hooked up with the Food Truck Association of DC, Maryland, and Virginia, and they have been helping us promote this. And we will have all kinds of food from all over the world, but all made locally.
Local, yeah.
And so we're working on that being sort of an arm of the event. So to get people who, maybe their kids have all aged out of the house, or they're off at college, or maybe you don't have kids, you're looking for something fun to do on a really nice Saturday. Well, you can come down and you can be part of the big food truck extravaganza. And we're really thinking that's going to take off greatly too.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, within the last minute that we have, is there anything that our viewers could get involved with for the event Springfest Fairfax itself, or with Clean, the Clean Fairfax?
Well, we do have lots of volunteer opportunities. Especially for Springfest. We need a lot of volunteers. We actually use a lot of middle school and high school kids that are doing their community service hours.
That's a great resource.
So we actually have a sign up right on our springfestfairfax.org site for volunteers. We also take corporate volunteers. We do set up on Friday and Saturday, and so that works very well for companies that want to do an outing to celebrate Earth Day. For that Friday. And then we support all of these cleanups. So if you wanted to do a big cleanup, you call me, and you go to our cleanfairfax.org website and get all the information that you need.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Jennifer, for being here. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me, and I'll see you at Springfest.
Of course. If you want to learn more about Springfest Fairfax 2015, make sure to check out springfestfairfax.org. I'm Angelique LeBlanc. Thanks for watching Nova Now.